Hey, it's Craig back with another Mortgage Minute. And today I wanted to talk to you about something. So last week, we talked about the difference between a temporary interest rate buy down and a permanent interest rate buy down. And got a lot of feedback from people saying, well, hey, I've heard that buying the rate down is always good or buying the rate down is never good. And like with a lot of things related to finance, there typically is not hey, this is a black and white rule and it's always this way or always that way. So I wanted to talk to you today about how do you know if the buy down that you're doing makes sense for your situation. And one way that you can look at it is to just do a quick break even analysis. Okay. Now, this is a very simple way to do this. Anybody could run the numbers on this. So let me show you what I'm talking about. All right. So let's take a look at just an example of what this might look like. So let's say that you're doing a $200,000 loan and at no points, so no buy down, the rate is 5.75. Incidentally, just so you know, this has nothing to do with current rates. I'm just using this as an example, okay? The principal and interest payment on that $200,000 loan, if the rate were 5.75, would be $1,167.15. Okay. Now, real quick, I want to point something out. The reason we want to look at the principal and interest payment is everything else related to your mortgage payment. If that includes mortgage insurance, if that includes property taxes, homeowners insurance, whatever, HOA dues, doesn't matter. None of that changes with the rate buy down. Okay. So the only thing that's really impacted is the principal and interest payment. So separate that out and just look at the principal and interest payment. Okay. So principal and interest payment, 1167 and 15 cents. Okay. Now let's pretend that you're buying the rate down and you're going to get the interest rate down to 5%. Okay. That's going to change the principal and interest payment to $1,073.64. Okay. So again, this is a very simple way to look at it, but all you do is you subtract this number here from this number, and that tells you that you're saving $93.51 per month, right? Sounds good up to this point. Sounds like something that would make sense. Okay. So what you have to look at to do the break even is you have to say, okay, well, what is it costing me? Well, let's pretend that this buy down from 5.75 to 5% is costing you 1% of the loan amount. So it's a $200,000 loan. That 1% cost is $2,000. Easy math, right? So now all you do is you take that $2,000, you divide it by the $93.51. And what that tells you is it's going to take 21.38 months to break even on that cost. What that means is it's going to take 21.38 months of saving $93.51 per month to make back the $2,000 that it's costing you. Now, there is no such thing, I guess, as a 0.38 month. So I would just round that up and say 22 months. So here's how I want you to think about it. If you're going to have the loan for at least 22 months, that means every month after the first 22 months, you're now saving $93.51 per month. So if this is a loan that you plan on keeping for 5-10 years, then in this scenario, assuming that you are not going to be paying this loan off in the first 22 months, you technically are saving money every single month. However, if this is a loan that you say, well, I'm actually going to be selling the house next year, I won't keep the loan for 22 months, then in this example, that buy down would not make sense for you. Okay. So if you have questions about that, like I said, that is a very oversimplified way of looking at it. But honestly, it is the way to look at it that probably makes the most sense when you're looking at doing a buy down or not. So if you have any questions about that, give me a call, 615-498-5626. And I appreciate you watching.